Hey YouTube, it's your favorite indie author, Kim McCoy, and I am here with a few updates. And I had a lot of ground to cover from the last video, so I wrote everything down in my planner because apparently I made some big promises as far as my updates go. So I wrote everything down so I wouldn't forget anything. So let me just open that real quick. And I'm going to start up strong by announcing updates. So this is the first video. And I believe from my last video, I said that I was going to give y'all three new videos this month. So in order to do that, this is video one. The next video is going to be on the 28th. And the final video is going to be on the 31st because according to the internets, that is when Author Nation will make the announcement as far as who they would like to have as a speaker for Author Nation. So that had to be on the 31st. If anything, it'll fall on April Fool's. Just know it's not April Fool's. It's just the way the cookie crumbled. So starting off strong with what did I have? Oh yeah. So now that Author Nation talk is out of the way, I could talk to you about indie author training, which, as I mentioned in my last video, I was accepted as an instructor for author. I'm sorry, manifesting out loud. Just caught me for a second. But so for indie author training, it is a website that is dedicated to helping authors within their authorship by offering courses and resources and things of the like. And there's a whole forum where you can talk and interact with other authors, and it's really nice. That is why this video is so late because I lost my author job. Sad, cue sad music, if you will. I'm not sad about it, but it happened. And so during the last couple of weeks, I've been working on courses that I would like to offer for indie author training. And I'm real ambitious. And I have over a dozen courses that I have instructed and studied and taught for like the last, I want to say 4 or 5 years, like since the beginning of the pandemic. And yeah, so my plan was to start April with all 12 of those courses available. That's not happening. That cannot happen. So instead of doing 12, I'm going to shoot for four. That's what I'm going to shoot for. I'm going to shoot for four this year, and every quarter I'll introduce a new class, depending on feedback and all of that from those who attend these classes. So yeah, I've been revamping all of my courses. I just figured it was time. Some of the resources are still sound, but I always like to do a little bit updating, just housekeeping in general. So I just went ahead and I started with all 12. But most notably, the top four, the first one being diversity in writing, and then inclusivity in storytelling. And then I have a course for author media kits because I feel like that is vital. And you'll find out why when obviously you attend the course. And and then the final one being social media planning because that is something that I'm particularly good at, and I'm excited to talk about that because a lot of new authors struggle with this one. So that class is mainly for them, but it's for anybody who wants to attend and would like some new material on that front. I'm really excited about all four of those, but mainly inclusivity and diversity. Those are not, I wouldn't say they're, well, they are my strong suit, but pretty much anyone can teach these classes. I'm just more passionate about it because it combines my love of writing and being an author with the love of my actual 9 to 5. Like I love my job. And I think I've been thinking about this for like the last couple of days, honestly, is I started my authorship the same year I really decided to hone in on my 9 to 5, which is teaching English as a second language. And I think that's one of the main reasons why it's been trying for me is trying to navigate that and find that balance between the two because I am fortunate enough to work remotely and I'm equally, if not more so, fortunate in the fact that I like what I do for a living. So finding that balance between the two so that I'm not burnt out and that I have time and I do all these things that I would like to do. Um, it's been tough, but I appreciate it more now that I'm in the space that I'm in now, as both my authorship and my 9 to 5 kind of are colliding with me being an instructor for indie author training. So I'm really excited about that. The goal is to have at least one of the classes up and loaded and ready to go by the 31st. Honestly, I'm hoping to have all four if we're being completely frank. Is I want to have all four up, but one will be fine. The reason why I say that is because, drum roll, next week is the virtual spring writing retreat. And this is held annually by the Author Transformation Alliance, which, again, many of you already know. I am affiliated with the Author Transformation Alliance. I joined their I joined their community. I want to say was 2016, I think around 2016. I was a bit of a lurker, to be honest. I joined through Sprints and Spirits, which you can find on Facebook. It's a group full of writers who like spirits. And as a night owl writer who likes the occasional wine, or if I'm feeling real fancy, I'll go for some 1800. um, when I'm writing. And I joined this group, and I was a bit of a lurker for a few months. And then an opportunity presented itself. I reached out to see if I could help. And as you can see, I'm still here. So, yay. There was the writing retreat that they had, the first one, I believe it was in 2019. Yes, 2019, I think is the year. And that was the first time where I got a taste of speaking in front of people, like having a class. And it wasn't me in my 9 to 5, my typical 9 to 5. It was me talking to other authors, and it was fun. I had a really good time, and I thought, wait a second, I could do this, like for real, for real. Like it wasn't just me helping out someone who would later on become a really close friend of mine. It was me stepping into a new role, combining my expertise and knowledge in my 9 to 5 with what something I aspire to do now as an author. So the author transformation will always have a really special place in my heart for that. And yeah, so I love taking part in the virtual retreats this year. I have my 2 classes, which again are diversity in writing and inclusivity and storytelling. And then I will also be leading one of the morning sprints, because again, it's a writer's retreat. There's going to be some writing to be had. So excuse me. So on Saturday, I'll also be leading that. And then, like I said, I have my 2 classes, and then, um, the social planning, like I will have a Q&A for like an hour. So whether you're an aspiring author, or you're not so inspired, or you're a veteran, or you're just an author who looks for more tips and advice on how to navigate the waters of social media, definitely. And for some reason, I think, okay, the lighting is bothering me. So I feel so weird without my glasses on because I wear them all the time. But the glare from the overcast is driving me a little off my rocker. I don't even know what word I want to use. Um, but yeah, so that is that. That's next week. And you can still purchase registration. Wait, is that what I want to say? Yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, you can still register for the virtual spring writing retreat. I'll be sure to share the link down below. And if you use the code that I provide with you, I believe it's McCoy. It's basically my last name is what it is. If you use the code, you get a special percentage off from the retreat. And again, it is Friday through Sunday. And I'm really excited about that. It's something I look forward to every year. So it's a nice way to introduce spring, and it's a nice way to meet new authors and to catch up with some of my favorite authors in the group, and just overall have a really good time and get re-energized for writing and map out a more specific plan for the year. So that is what I would be doing next week, which is why I've been busy the last 2 weeks trying to get these courses ready to go by the 30th. So yeah, that is what's going on in my orbit. And again, I will be sure to post a link down below with the code so that way you can get the percentage off when you register. Now, I did tell y'all I said I was going to do 3 videos this year or 3 videos this month. So this is video 1. Again, video 2 is going to be on March 28th and video 3 will be March 31st. So let's see. I told you about indie author and now I have to tell you about audiobooks. Yeah, unfortunately, this year I thought I could make time for audiobooks to do that, but I've taken so many L's and I just feel so disheartened with my audiobook journey as a narrator and a voice actor that I cannot see myself really giving it the full attention that it needs right now. So that has unfortunately been pushed back until next year, 2026. The plan was to to narrate and voice act part-time, but I slowly came to realize that my quote unquote home studio is just it's not at the level that it needs to be to do a really good quality um, audiobook. It's not from lack of trying, you guys. Trust me. I spent hundreds of dollars trying to make it work, and it just unfortunately did not work. So like I said, I had to take some very silent public L's, but very loud and private L's. I've also taken a couple of L's when it comes to anthologies this year. Just a lot of things went to a head, and honestly, I should have said no to several of these projects, but I was so eager. And so in my head, I thought I could make it work. I can do these things, and I cannot do these things. And that was unfortunate, really unfortunate. And I'm still processing that and still trying to grapple with how I got myself into that mess. But yeah, needless to say, my audiobook projects have been postponed until 2026. That's when I'll revisit them. Hopefully, situations have changed and I'll be able to do those things in the future. All right. So, with that out of the way, I can move on to more happier things because I still am a little bummed about this, especially the anthologies. Like, if you know me, you know I love a good anthology, and my plan was to participate or project manage an anthology a year. That was my plan, and it failed in spectacular fashion over the last couple of months. And at the same time as the audiobook plans, the way that I just I still think about it, and I'm still not okay with how everything happened. But I really have no one to blame but myself. So I will save that for next year. So now with that out of the way, we're next page. I have to turn to the next page because I wrote down some things I had to process my feelings about that. So I also mentioned the author legacy, the planner with Craig Martell and Audrey Huey. That will be the next video for March. So hopefully, 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 the equipment that I ordered so that I can show you guys, because essentially I'm going to show you in real time the planner, my planner. So like I've already been working on it, and give you guys a rundown of just the first few pages, not the whole thing, just the first few pages, so you get an idea of what the author's legacy has and why it's an important planner to have as an indie author. That is, it's still on the way, and hopefully it'll be here in time. Normally, I don't care about shipping. I will wait for things because I don't want to pay for shipping, and I'll wait like 5, 10, 15 business days. I don't care. And I forgot that I ordered something for an upcoming video and I didn't pay for shipping. So I'm just waiting. But needless to say, it'll be here. So hopefully it'll be here next week. And then I can make the video to talk to you guys more in depth about an author's legacy. That way you can actually see it in real time and we'll go from there. So next on the agenda, yeah, we'll end with that. So my upcoming book. Yes, because in the midst of all of this, I still plan on publishing a book this year. I plan on releasing this book in June. Doesn't leave me a lot of time as far as editing is concerned, but it is on the shorter end. It's almost a novel. I want to say it's a novella. Yeah, it's a novella. Actually, it's probably a little novel. I think it's a little novel. So I'm gonna do a read through, and then I'm going to do a self edit with Pro Writing Aid. And then while I'm doing the self edit through Pro Writer Aid, I will be reaching out to my book coach and to um, a couple other editors to see who's available to do what on that book because I do want other eyes on it. it's um, it's a book that's near and dear to my heart because it is my first ever novel attempt. And the title of this book is Hits Keep Coming, and it will be released in June, come hell or high water. I'm really excited about this book. It is essentially a coming of age story about a girl who dreams of becoming a songwriter. And in high school, she has that dream shattered. And in college, she's trying to move on and she's building her life piece by piece. And then someone from high school comes around and they present her with a chance to revisit that dream. And she takes it. And then things happen. So that is essentially the pitch for Hits Keep Coming, hence the name Hits Keep Coming. And I already love the story. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's taken me so long to present it to the public because with all my stories, they're my babies. And deciding which version of the story the public gets versus which which part of the story I love is always a challenge for me because I know once I put a story out in the universe, it's no longer mine, it's the public's. So I have to find a version of the story that kind of gels what I envision for it as well as what readers will like. And that does take me, I think that's the longest process to my journey as an author is finding that medium. I've gotten better about it, and yeah, I'm still nervous, but I'm more excited than nervous. As I publish more and more works, I find myself more excited to publish than I am nervous. Like I know what I need to do now. And I know no matter what, I will always be happy with every story I publish. So I'm really excited for you all to meet these new characters. I haven't made an attempt to write a coming of age story since the story. And like I said, this was my first ever novel attempt. Like before I ever came out into the world and said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and start writing and publishing. Like this was the first ever attempt at that. So that's probably why I'm a little nervous because it's so kind of surreal to me to see my writing improve over like the last 10 years. The fact that I've been doing this for almost 10 years now is still wild to me, and I love it. So I'll talk more about that in upcoming videos. Like I said, I just wanted to end this video on a positive note and share that with you all. So, as far as hits keep coming, I will talk more about that in May. But I wanted to let you guys know what was going on in my world now and what I have planned for the next couple of weeks because that holds me accountable and it helps me keep you guys up to date with what I'm talking about. Because, like I said, I only want to come on here when I have something to say. Even though I want to keep my channel updated, I only want to do so if I have something to say. I'm not trying to really push anything or like sway anyone to do something. I just want to share my story, which is why I started this channel in the first place. So, quick recap, everything is well. I've been busy with courses and making sure that they're ready for you all to partake in the next couple of weeks. Still don't know if I'm going to be a guest speaker at Author Nation, although I am very hopeful. And yeah, I will hopefully have the things that I need so that my next video, I am able to present to you all an author's legacy. And in April, I will be talking about magic and I will be using Plotter on paper to do that. And in June, I will be releasing Hits Keep Coming, my coming of age story. And it's very, very near and dear to my heart. And I can't wait for you all to read it. So thank you again so much for watching my channel. And as always, continue reading, continue writing, continue loving the process. This is Kay McCoy, and I'm signing off for now. Go read something or write something.